This is the best video I've ever produced. Hands down, the most useful thing for anyone doing sales, like probably that I'll do this year. So let me walk you through a way to find anyone's post on LinkedIn, figure out what they're talking about, and then figure out if it's relevant to you. This is totally possible. So about a month ago, I'm going to give you the backstory. I'm going to give you a backstory here. About a month ago, I spent about 16 hours figuring out how can I get someone's LinkedIn post. So it was an insane way to do it, and I found it. I found out how to do it, and I went to the guys at Clay. I said, please build this for me. I do not want to build this myself. I want it inside of Clay, and so they did it. I strong-armed them, and they built this feature for me today. So it launches today. Today it launches. I got to launch this feature. How cool is that? Even though I didn't do any of the work except figure out how to do it. So you're going to get in this video how to find anyone's post on LinkedIn, their last 11 posts, filter by date, filter by keywords, and run OpenAI against the post content so you can see if people are talking about it, about the problem in the way that you talk about the problem, or if they're actively raising their hand. Does anyone know how to do X, Y, or Z? Now, this is a great tool for spamming, and I hope to hell you do not spam with it. So this is not an opportunity for all these sales reps here to just go say, hey, Jordan, can I sell you my stuff? No, this is an opportunity for you to understand how your prospects are speaking, to engage thoughtfully with them on LinkedIn, and to build rapport with people that are thinking about your problem, right? Don't sell immediately. Go comment, get to know them. If you know they have your problem, you can spend more time listening to their problem. So that's how I suggest you use this, but it's a tool. Use it how you like. Let's dive into how to use this tool. All right. So the first thing, I've actually just imported a list of sales leaders. So I did an export from my system, said, give me all the sales leaders, pulled their LinkedIn URLs. Once I had their LinkedIn use, I use this brand new integration called Find Recent Posts that Clay built for me. So you pull it in their LinkedIn profile. You can add keywords, but I suggest that you don't do this. And I'll talk about it in a second. I'm going to show you a way to filter after the fact. So you can ask more questions, but you only spend once, because every time you run this, you spend a Clay credit. All right. You can say post filter date. This is really important. You can just use natural language here. Last 90 days. How cool is that? 5 days ago. 90 days. Sorry, you should say 90 days ago. 90 days ago. I always like read the text here. So you can say, basically, I only want posts from 90 days ago, because this integration gets the last 11 posts. It doesn't matter when they are. So you probably, you don't want to comment on someone's post from 2 years ago. That might be their last 11 posts, but that means they're not active on LinkedIn. So you don't want them. And then you can hit save changes and run. Well, I already ran this integration. So this is Andrew, the last 11 posts of Andrew. So we've got the URL here, so I can click into it, the date it was posted, the post content, the time, and the number of reactions. So what I really care about is, since I've already filtered on date, I really care about this post content, right? Fortunately, Clay ran some additional cool things in this table to give me the post count, comment count, reaction count. That might be some way to filter out who's popular, but I don't really care about who's popular. I want to know who's talking about the problems that I care about. And in this case, I use Clay to do all the cool things that Clay can do. I enrich the company. So what's the org ID, how many people are at the company, that kind of stuff, the description of the company, what's the person's title, right? I just pulled sales titles, location name. Then what I did, I used this amazing Clay integration called Filter List of Objects. So this is where I'm going to teach you how to look across all those 11 posts and only return the post of keywords that you care about. This allows you to pay once for all of the posts and ask unlimited questions. So I work with this company called Hirefly. They want to know hiring post, right? So I said, you look in this post field. So let me show you how to do this. So I'm just going to click into this. And basically, this is the array of objects I want to search. I want to search the post array. And then I just type in the word post, because if you look at this array, sorry to get into all the details, but this is really important that you know how to do this. It says post here. So I can say, great, look at that. And look at just the word, filter contains just the word hiring. So I ran this row and it returned only the post that talked about hiring. totally free for me to do this, which is great. We are hiring across Northeast. Come join our leadership. And so this is the only post out of this person's last 11, however many we found, that mentions hiring. So I mapped the URL of the post, the date, and the content of the post. So that's just one example. Now, I care about outbound. So I did something even cooler. I ran that exact same integration, and I asked outbound, who's talking about outbound? And then what I did is I used a GPT-3 prompt, right? So I have now filtered the world. I've gone from everyone that's posting to people that are posting just about outbound to just the post about outbound. So I've got a much smaller subset, right? I started with, 30, 40,000 people, and I've now narrowed it down to people that are talking about the things that I care about. And I've done this with only spending credits once, right? So now I can go settings here, and I can say, does this post, I put it in parentheses, indicate the company needs help with or is about to implement a cold outbound strategy? Respond with either no or, if yes, summarize in as few of words as possible, but no more than 4 words, what they need help with specifically. How crazy is that? So I haven't run this on the whole row yet, and you can see 2 matches. This is saying that out of their last 8, 9, 10, 11 posts that we found, 2 of them talk about outbound. I just mapped the first one, but you could easily click into here and map both. So I ran OpenAI on a handful of these, and you can see, like, if you read this, like, thanks for coming to see us, like, automation solutions, we had a great time. Let's say, I think I used automation here as one of the questions that I ask in this filter. Rainmaking B2B, right? So these are by making 100 cold calls a day, steak dinner, like deliver and you help your customers. So these are posts that are promotional in nature, right? They're not really talking about like, hey, we're like, I need help doing this. How are people thinking about it? So I actually did run where did I run this? Maybe great. Let's see. This is looking for hospitality, problem solver, dream, hybrid. Yeah, so basically in this case, it's like, yes, outbound BDR and AE. So in this case, this person is building an outbound motion. So now I can run this on the whole thing. So we've gone for a place where we want to understand what are people posting, filter that down to keywords, and then ask OpenAI, are they talking about the problem in a way that I can help? Now you can deploy a social selling strategy where you're commenting on interesting things, you're leaving insights with those people. In my case, I might even give them jobs. And then you can engage them about the things they care about. Or you can send a programmatic email. Hey, Jordan, it seems like I read through your recent LinkedIn post, and it seems like OpenAI summary that you care about these things, and here's how you care about these things. Have you thought about it in X or Y way, right? Or I noticed that you're struggling with it in this particular way. When my customers were struggling in that way, here's how they solve that problem. You can now engage with folks that are talking about the things that you care about online, about their problems, and you can do it at scale with Clay. I hope this video has been so helpful for you. I have not been more excited about a Clay feature or really anything, even across the data sets that I sell in recent times. And so please go use this. I think it will totally change the way that you think about prospecting, because a LinkedIn post is someone raising their hand saying, I care about something. This is important to me. I am looking to solve these problems. Here's how I think about the problem. So finally, you can prospect by kind of what's in someone's head, which you've never been able to do before. Thank you so much for watching. And I just got listed on the top 265 sales influencers by Lead 401. So thank you so much. I really appreciate that. It was a wonderful thing to wake up to. And I will see you on the flip side. Have a great day.